Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video brought to you by Rob's Mind. With this series, my plan is to survive and to try and get to some automation stuff, but to mostly just try my best to thrive on the land. And then we could just toss a torch on there and hope that this doesn't burn everything down. I really think it's far enough away. But I guess we'll see. If everything starts going up in flames, I'll know for sure. Oh god! Things have went up in flames. Alright guys, so I have gotten a decent amount of progress on the forge. You can see that we're going with like a similar look to this building, but just changing up the block palette, changing up the style of the build. Alright guys, what do you say we finish out this episode doing something absolutely nuts? I'm gonna go chop some trees. Oh no! Oh, I missed my jump timing. We almost didn't make it through that one. It's a new day. And the reason that I was working that metal so intensely was so we could have this moment right here at the sunrise, crafting the bloomery. Oh, this is a proud moment for me. This means that we will be able to work out some iron. And guys, we got the loot. That is just awesome. I could not be happier. These things have got vein miner and everything. Oh, that'll be so handy to go into like the iron mine and get tons upon tons of iron. Oh cool, we can still come inside of here. That's really nice. And then we will be able to place the blast furnace in there. But first, believe it or not, there is one more step that we've got to do. We have to wrap all of this in iron. It's going to cost 120 ingots in order to wrap all 5 layers. Because it's going to be 60 double sheets, 12 per layer. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. So 120 ingots, worked on my 2 crucibles and my single anvil over here. Let's do it, guys. Alright guys, I said it in the last episode, we are about to go through and progress through all of the metal tiers. But we are going to do it in style. I don't want to be standing at those manual forges over there, melting down all of our stuff. It's episode 8 of the TerraFirmaPunk series. Let's get an induction smelter. Alright, let's see if we've got this right. Weak red steel, oh man. Oh, this is a triumphant moment for me right now. Oh, I'm so excited to get this ball going. And we get these guys, then we take 4 of those, 1 iron plate and 4 copper gives us the medium voltage capacitor base. Alright, we put in our medium voltage capacitor base, the 2 electrum ingots, redstone block, treated planks, and the 3 iron plates. It gets us the medium voltage capacitor. Look at that. We have got 4 of the arrays of 5 water wheels apiece. We got 20 water wheels sitting there. And for the start of today's episode, guys, let's double it. Alright. We have got our improved windmill blade, and we are about to throw it on right now. So there's the old one gone, and here's the new one on. Oh wow. That thing is really booking it, isn't it? Where's our old one? Wow, look at that thing go, man. It is really going. Man, I bet we're generating all sorts of power from that thing. Oh yeah, everybody, it is that time. I have been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. I was devastated, heartbroken, and some other word that would signify that. But I have finally done it. I have found the backup and reloaded it of my most recent progress on the TerraFirmaPunk series. Now, some of you may be a little disappointed to know that I've done a little bit of work off camera. And by a little bit, I mean an absolute ton of work off camera. So yeah, we finally got a little structure built up right around this. It's nowhere near complete. And, yeah, I've been expanding a little walkway across and stuff like that, and it is getting to be quite the expansive property, if I do say so myself. And over here in our fabulous home that we built. We've got our improved windmill up there, and in here I figured out how to craft some wooden glass doors, by the way, and they're really cheap. Yeah, it's just 3 pieces of any kind of lumber and 3 pieces of any kind of glass, and you get this amazing glass door. And one of my favorite things about it is the opening sequence. It is so nifty to me. But coming inside of our old workshop, we got the bloomery here, we've got our blast furnace right over here, and I've been doing a bit of metalworking, apparently. I guess I went absolutely bananas. Because we've got ingots stacked all the way to the ceiling on a lot of these. Lots of tin, tons and tons of copper. Do I have copper in here? I have tons of copper in there. Oh my goodness. So yeah, lots and lots of iron. That's iron. Oh, and I've got so much more in here. Tons and tons of steel up there. Very nice. Not so much black steel. I'd like some more black steel, but luckily I did notice that we've got 36 of these tungsten ingots, which can actually be processed into black steel. Yeah, so pretty much we get this by getting a bunch of tungsten ore dust, and then we can craft it into these tungsten ore dust blocks. We heat it up in a forge to white triple star, and that gets us the tungsten ingot. Then once we get those to brilliant white, they melt into weak steel, which once welded with pig iron can be turned into high carbon black steel. Then we can work it on an anvil to get our black steel ingot. The higher tiers of metal in this mod pack are absolutely insane. There's so much work to be done on them. Now, one of the bad things about loading a backup was our journey map entirely reset, so that kind of stinks. We have no waypoints anymore. So what I thought that we could do is craft up one of these guys, an empty antique atlas, and that way, there we go, we can go ahead and, can we add markers? Yes, we can. So we could add a marker right here, and that could be our home base. Very nice. So yeah, if we hover over that, it'll show us that that is indeed our home base. And I'm not exactly sure how this works. Oh, don't click export. But yeah, we can go ahead and use this to pretty much, if I ever would need to load a backup for whatever reason, I could just go ahead and use that. And it would not delete all of the markers that we've got for any kind of like ingot or ore deposits or anything like that that we end up finding. Now in here, you know, we got some technology going. Oop, let's eat. Pretty much this guy right here is a blast furnace. I don't remember what kind it is, a railcraft blast furnace. And what we can do with this, let's slap our hopper back on there. We can take this iron grit that we get from crushing up our any kind of iron ore in the crusher that we got right here. This thing is awesome. The immersive engineering crusher. I love it. And then we can craft it up like that, I believe. Yeah, and that gets us these iron ore lumps. And it looks like I've got a bunch of them made up already. Then we can go ahead and pop them in here. And they should start going in. Yes, they do. And you can thank my short attention span for not telling you that this smelts it into iron ingots. And we've got tons and tons of coal coke blocks. I don't even remember how I had been getting these. Yeah, so it looks like I made the coal coke by putting coal inside of these guys over here. So that's pretty neat. And I must have switched these over to storage drawers at some point. I don't even remember doing that, in all honesty. And it's pretty neat. This is the tree farm over here. So this was originally, I designed it to have 4 different types of wood that we'd be gathering, with the maple planks, then the hickory planks, the birch planks, and the spruce planks. But I started just grinding out a lot of hickory saplings for some reason, and I'm not even sure why I started doing that. I guess because it didn't matter what wood types I got, with me not really using them as a building material. But it turned out to be a pretty cool tree farm. We got a bunch of creosote tanks right here that fill up with iron pipes. It looks like I'm actually missing a pipe over here. And it looks like we have tons of fruit tree saplings inside of the chests. Oh my god, and tons of saplings as well. So that's pretty nifty. I think I'm going to go through and grab up all these tanks that are full. And we can go ahead and pop our little tanks back on there, and they should start filling up with some more creosote oil, you know, as we produce it through this thing. Alright, so I slept through the night, and now we are, you know, effectively about to starve to death. But I keep all of my food inside of these work tables. I forgot about this. And it's a really cheaty thing that I'm doing with it, too. Because, essentially, we can just kind of, it stores all of the foods without any decay happening. And then, as soon as we take it out, it, like, calculates all the decay and starts rapidly decreasing it. But if we just cut it off with a knife really fast, we're allowed to eat it, and it keeps pretty much all the food. My cheaty way of not having to build a cellar. But we're also low on vegetables, so let's go ahead and pull that out, and press D. Yeah, we barely lost any there. Less than a half of an ounce. So, yeah, I don't know about you, but 10 pounds of carrots would last me quite a while. I'm gonna store my tanks up here. I'll probably forget where those are at and be looking for them and scratching my head like I was earlier. But looking in here, you know, we've got our little refinery array all set up. I am definitely going to need to work on finishing this up here and getting a roof on all of it. So what essentially this building is this is going to be our refinery room, where we get to we go out every now and again and grab oil from an oil spill or an oil deposit out in the world, bring it back here and refine it into fuel. And right now we have got what is that, 124 full tanks of fuel. And I think we can run that with a biodiesel generator. But then we head down our quartz stairs and onto our quartz slabs, and I don't even remember how we were getting all of this. But yeah, we've got our little hallway set up, and all of this is insulating glass, which I must have been absolutely insane to think that that was a good idea. Because the recipe for insulating glass calls for iron. Iron and green dye, which green dye comes from copper. Yeah, I think we crush malachite into green dye, which is a copper ore. Yeah, malachite powder turns into green dye. So I don't know what I was thinking whenever I started doing all of that, but yeah, that's what I started doing. And it's pretty nice because we're using these open block tanks. That's my windows too. This is like the most expensive building I could have possibly built. We use the open block tanks so that it gets the connected textures, and we're using salt blocks to line the bottom, quartz for the bottom, and insulating glass in the roof. So this is like ridiculously over the top expensive, but it comes up here, got it branching off to the right and to the left, and coming upstairs up here. And this is what I had designed to be the workshop building. So yeah, I think I was planning on running a row of insulated glass all the way around this. And I've been using a pattern of hickory planks and vertical planks so that we get this like crossed pattern, this like textured pattern in our floor. I'm not so sure I'm digging that. Let me know down in the comments section how you guys feel about this pattern. It would be quite an effort to remove all these planks, but I'm not against removing all of them if it's like just absolutely ugly or whatever. But up here on this is going to be our insanely large workshop for housing all of our big heavy machinery and stuff like that. And I'm kind of leaning towards making that house just like my home, my forge, my ingot storage, all that stuff. Yeah, and after looking at the size of this workshop over here, I'm kind of thinking that we got a pretty large one. I'll probably have the planks run over to right here so that we can be on the outside of this insulated glass, and I'll take all of this back, probably break all of this border down, create a big peaked roof right here, and start building up walls for this workshop here. Probably have some kind of nice glass lookout right here, because I really like this domed area. I want to kind of be able to see like the things that we're constructing here. Yeah, I think my original plan was to have it be like this entire area, and that just seems a little too much. Seems like it's a little too big for me, man. Okay, I think I kind of realized why I started building with the insulated glass a whole bunch. I can't find any malachite powder around for the green dye, but we have got quite a bit of iron. All of this is rich limonite, which is the highest quality of iron that you can get. It's the 35 unit stuff. It takes 100 units to make each ingot, so yeah, a little over almost 3 of those makes one single ingot, and we have over 1,000 of them in there. So it's not much of a surprise that our iron supply is this big, our steel supply is this big. Look at our platinum supply even. I mean, I got silver for days, I got gold almost to the roof, and we've used a bunch of it to make rose gold, because that is a component in making red steel, I believe it is. I think it's for making red steel anyways. But yeah, that is just amazing. Really, really nuts. And this is also a hardcore questing mode, so we actually have a set number of lives, but you can get extra lives in this by, like, fulfilling quests and eating, crafting them up. Like, let's craft a couple up here, actually. You get this raw meat from defeating things like minotaurs and stuff, and then you can get quarter hearts with every 4 of them you combine, and each quarter heart makes a full heart. And right now, I don't even think we can eat this because I have the maximum amount of lives. We have 30 lives in this. So right now we've got 8 extra on top of that we're just storing in a chest. And outside of my workshop over here is where we keep all the booze. So yeah, if you were wondering, this is currently what our workshop is looking like. But I like this a lot, but I think I am wanting to move pretty much all of this machinery over into our workshop once we build that, and we'll just have to repurpose this room. So any ideas you guys got for repurposing this room would be great. And there we go. We put our other 32 ingots of iron in there that is finished processing. So yeah, after I calculated all of it, between all of this iron, all of this iron, and all of this iron, we have 796 ingots of iron right there. It's a dream come true. You never see this in TerraFirmaCraft. And, oh man, I can only imagine that I had, like, no life for an entire month processing that stuff, because it takes so long to process. I mean, maybe not anymore with the help of this thing. It looks like we're even gonna fill up entirely, because, yeah, we got 15 more to process, and I can only hold 4 more in my storage over there. So I wonder if there's any other kind of cheaty storage unit that I can use for storing my excess iron that I've got. I think the last thing I want to show you guys has to do with up here. The top floor of our house inside of the enchanting room. We got one of the lanterns up here. I need some more lanterns all over. These are all platinum lanterns that are hung all over my house, by the way. But yeah, I've got a few enchanted books, which is really nice. They come in handy a lot. But the thing I'm most proud of is in here. Look at all my Giants picks. Oh my goodness. We've got so many. And yeah, I've even got some that are enchanted, and I've got this luggage guy. He holds on to a lot of my stuff too. Here's a couple more Giants picks, and this one had efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3, but it's about to break for the final time. Oop, I lied. I guess I have some lead lanterns hanging around as well. But I know a lot of the lanterns hanging up in my general area are these platinum lanterns, which is just so cool. Oh, and one more thing we need to look at before we're done reminiscing, guys, just is testament to how much work that has been put into this. So we started this June 1st of the year 1000 on the calendar that is in here. And today, if we look at it, it is June 9th of the year 1011. So 11 years have passed in this. 11 years. I can't even believe it, honestly. I really can't believe it. That is just absolutely ridiculous. And now to get a little more forward progress in this episode, I needed to grind out some clay for some resources. I used the clay, straw, and sand to craft mud bricks and set them in an open space, fought off some giants in order to keep my life and obtain one of those amazing giant pickaxes. And after a certain amount of time, the mud bricks go from wet to dry, so you gotta punch them out by hand in order to get them all. Crafted them up into bricks and began building the roof on the refinery. But then with the roof on, it was getting pretty dark, so I needed to craft up some iron sheets in order to make a few of the iron lanterns I wanted to make. And I ended up getting the metalworking practically down to a science. And there we go. I'm liking how that turned out. That's alright. That's not too bad. Yeah, for a refinery anyways. We've got our refinery right here. You can't even see it because of the dense fog this morning, but there's another building that's about an equal size to this all the way over there. Yeah, we just go down this little hallway that connects up to that room we were just in, the refinery room, and goes up these stairs, and it goes into a room of pretty much equal size. So I'm not sure of what I'm going to do with this, but I think I'm going to have a similar design with the slanted roof pitch up that way, and it coming kind of straight down. And I'll probably have a viewing area into our workshop right over there, maybe with some stairs that run up this way or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I don't really have a plan for this area yet. Yeah, as you can see here, I kind of left this a little bit open. It's looking a little rough on the inside, but I'm gonna go and patch it up with some basalt and stuff like that. And over here, I think I'm going to probably have some of the marble road. We're going to have some of those tiles over here. I'm going to run more of this insulating glass through in a strip form, so that'll look pretty cool, I think. And probably likewise, I'll cut like a window for not only light, but maybe if I somehow figure out a way to go up to the next floor, we could kind of have like a viewing area kind of type deal. That might be pretty cool. Yeah, and I am definitely liking the vibes in here so far. Got those iron lanterns up. I might actually move these one block. Look, yeah, this is the only wall with the lanterns up this high. There we go. That's looking a lot more uniform with the level of the lighting and literally everywhere else in this building. So I'm liking that pretty good. We'll snap that thumbnail picture. Yeah, but in the next episode, I think I kind of want to go up there and set up the workshop. At least get a decent foundation of a building laid down, maybe some walls or something. I'm not setting my sights too high. I know I'm not going to finish it. At least finish the entire building in the next episode. I don't think that'll happen, because I want to get into some more heavy machinery. We can move on into the Magneticraft mod. So yeah, you guys remember that nickel crisis we have? We have only got 12 ingots left. Well, if we get into Magneticraft, we are going to have nickel coming out of our ears, man. Yeah, because we will pretty much be able to take all of our iron and we can crush it up in the grinder, the Magneticraft grinder, which is a multi-block structure, so we're gonna have to do a lot of crafting. But we will be able to get nickel dust as an offspring off of crushing our iron. And as we saw earlier, I have got iron. I've got iron for days. And I mean for days. All these are full of rich quality iron. Oh my goodness. Oh. I even did the math, and even before crushing it, where we get a little bit of ore duplication going on. Yes, even before crushing it, this is still over 540 ingots of either iron or steel. Not to mention, since it's rich quality, if we're able to run it through our grinder that we're going to make in the next episode and set up in our new workshop, we will have a 65% chance to get nickel out of that. Oh man, I'm so excited. But thanks you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Our goal for hitting the end of this series will probably be to get our blue and red steel stacked all the way to the ceiling. If the blue and red steel touches the ceiling, well, that might be when we call it quits. I'm not sure, because I still haven't gotten into things such as farming, mob farms, animal farms, and like ore excavation and stuff like that. So we will definitely, now that I got this pack back, we will definitely be running through and doing a bunch more progression. But thank you once again for joining me on the journey, and if you'd like to continue with me on my quest for riches, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next episode.